Last week we received a 11-week roadmap for Dying Light the Beast. Today they dropped their newest dev blog to dive deeper into what's coming up for Dying Light the Beast, including release dates, extra info on New Game Plus, Nightmare Mode, and Legend levels. And so far everything is looking fantastic. So from their dev blog I'm just going to give it to you straight so I don't miss anything important. Hey survivors, Tymon here, franchise director for Dying Light. 4 weeks have passed since the release of Dying Light the Beast, so we're slowly moving into the post-launch phase of the release, and we've recently announced there's a number of new features and activities happening in the game that you can look forward to. Last week we gave you a bird's eye view on the 11-week plan that covers the time till the end of the year, but I'd like to use this dev blog to uncover some details about what we're planning. Tymon goes on to explain the Call of the Beast, which is our 11-week community challenges. Let's start with the Call of the Beast, which is already happening as you read this. We announced this global community initiative to bring back players together for 11 weeks of clear weekly goals and exclusive rewards. The first challenge is already wrapped and the second is kicked off, and the momentum you've generated is exactly why we've designed it this way. Contribute during the week and the reward lands directly in your in-game stash. Across the campaign there are 22 total goals, with a secret legendary reward unlocked if the community completes at least 17 of them. If we collectively reach 20 goals, everyone who took part at least once will receive all the weekly rewards. To see each week's objective and the community's progress, and whether you're eligible for the stash delivery, head to the dedicated page on the Dying Light Outpost. With your joint effort, every Thursday becomes another chance to prove what the pack can do. This week we ask you to kill zombies using dropkicks, which will be rewarded with an 80s inspired sunset car skin and matching machete weapon. I'm not gonna lie, these do look pretty cool. We then get some extra info regarding New Game Plus and Legend levels. But Call of the Beast is not all we have prepared for you. It's time to shine more light on the systems that extend replayability and endgame depth. New Game Plus returns, a concept that you're familiar with but tuned for Dying Light the Beast. You can replay the whole game while keeping your XP progression, skills and items from the first pass, and of course you can chain multiple New Game Plus runs one after another to maximize the skill tree. But beware, each loop strengthens enemies and increases the pressure in ways that fit our melee first physics driven sandbox. To make that loop meaningful, Legend levels will be released alongside New Game Plus, so we know that we're getting them both at the same time. You can expect even more Legend skills than in our previous games, including exclusive ones aimed at cranking up the beast mode. As you rise, you'll also gain access to stronger weapons, giving you more control over the game's challenges. With that, we're also introducing a new weapon rarity with exclusive visuals, and you'll begin to see it as you raise your Legend levels. The goal is simple: make late game gear feel earned and rewarding. And finally, we dive into Nightmare Mode. This will come after the Legend levels and New Game Plus update, and our goal here is to make the difficulty more than just harder numbers. Yes, enemies will do more damage and the game more demanding, but that isn't the point on its own. We'd like to try a more realistic survival loop, so expect some new mechanics in that regard. You know, this sounds like we might get a hunger meter, but that's just me. In parallel, we're currently looking into each of our bosses to see how we can adjust their behaviors to make them more unpredictable. On top of that, we're also considering some neat tweaks to our volatile enemies. These are just intentions, so I don't want to promise too much, but we're looking at games like Alien Isolation or Resident Evil 3 NEMESIS for inspiration. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, Alien Isolation and Resident Evil 3 allows their main antagonist to be able to track the player. In Alien Isolation, the main alien has two AIs. The first AI controls the body and is looking for you, while the second AI knows exactly where you are the whole time, drip feeding information to the first AI. Building up this cat and mouse mechanic, knowing that you will be found if you don't keep on moving. While Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 follows the player through the campaign, breaking through random walls and into random areas that you are, and you continuously need to outrun this enemy. How they combine this and use it for inspiration towards the volatiles is already making my brain melt. What the fuck? I know I'm letting my imagination run wild, but if it's anything like how I think it's gonna be, this might be revolutionary for the series, completely. Moving on to graphical advancements. Technical and visual upgrades will be part of this 11-week push as well. During this roadmap window, we're bringing PC ray tracing support to Dying Light the Beast, and we'll continue to roll out improvements that elevate the moment-to-moment feel without compromising performance. The priority across all these beats is the same: deepen replayability, strengthen endgame identity, and keep every return to Castle Woods purposeful. That's the shape of the coming weeks. Call of the Beast every Thursday, New Game Plus with expanded legend levels, a new weapon rarity and executions, a survival-driven take on Nightmare, and a visual enhancements on PC. Thank you for the energy you've brought to the opening weeks. Your response powers what we build next. Tymon then goes on to explain the PUBG Mobile collaboration and its unique quest, as well as the cool unique weapons and gear we get from it. The first crossover for Dying Light the Beast will happen very soon, starting next week on October 31st. Two iconic survival franchises collide. Dying Light the Beast's horror meets PUBG Mobile's high-stakes action. You can expect a new quest line that unfolds after the main story's power gambit, and rewards in the collaboration include PUBG Mobile themed items like the Killing Pan, Battle Royale Bat, Marked Man outfit, gear items for extra XP and damage, and the Battleground keychain charm that enhances decapitation, dismemberment, or limb destruction. To activate the quest, just visit the Dying Light outpost. And next week, we can expect the new weapon executions to expand the finishing options available to you already. But that's just a very bloody cherry on top, innit? Guys, I promise I would never say that. I'm just reading it, I swear. Now, if that isn't the most exciting post-game news that I've heard for Dying Light the Beast so far, I'm so incredibly excited I can only be hyped. If you're a big Dying Light fan and you're looking to be kept up with all news related like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe check out some of my other things. Like this one, or this one. I'm Ethan, this has been good, and I'll see you in the next one.